By the time I was 21, I had tried to commit suicide over 40 times, once attempting suicide every day for a month while my mother slept in the next room. At 11, I was labeled as depressed. At 14, labeled emotionally disturbed. 15, take away emotionally disturbed. Now, just physically disabled with the addition of mental illness. At 16, labeled with ADD. 19, change ADD to borderline personality disorder. All of these labels were medical and official, but I struggled through many others. Crippled, crazy, bitch, fat, freak. All of these were social labels that followed me around, trying to keep me down. It took me years to figure out, but a label is just a label, and they don't always tell you everything that is inside. Studies show that around 4th grade is when students begin to create their identities. They begin to label themselves and others, searching for common ground and not so common ground. Around 6th grade, this idea of identity and labels can manifest itself, according to multiple studies, in the form of name calling and bullying. 1 in 3 students, grades 6th through 12th, report being bullied, with name calling being the most prevalent type. Labeling is hurtful and harmful to the way we think of ourselves and others. It creates a strong divide and often makes removing those labels difficult or impossible. We need to stop taking the action of creating a label for somebody lightly. Calling somebody gay when you are mildly frustrated with them over a stupid action creates a negative connotation on the word gay. Fag is a common insult used in schools between boys teasing their friends, where historically, fag was the worst thing you could call somebody who identified as homosexual. The name brings up memories and images of gays being beaten and killed and has now become a common taunt in middle school, often with little regard given to the pain caused by the label. Calling something bipolar to suggest that it switches quite rapidly lessens the seriousness of a disorder that affects many people around the world. Some labels are good. They warn us of potential dangers. Medical labels help us get services that we need. From a psychological standpoint, labels are necessary to get patients the care they need, due to insurance needing a cause to pay for services. This doesn't mean we can toss around labels as if they were weightless. Every label has the power to stick to a person long after it is said. I call myself crazy. I call myself fat. I call myself worthless. Those are all things people labeled me once upon a time, and they stuck. I also call myself beautiful. I call myself worthwhile. I call myself strong. Now is the time to pick the labels I identify with and stop caring what others may say. We as a society must begin to realize the weight we put on each other and ourselves with labels we pick or bestow. Medical jargon has to stop becoming slang, and instead of tearing each other down with our labels, use the power to lift each other up.